I might take the test now. Do I even want to take this test? Oh, God. Oh, boy. Do I even want to do this? Yes? Swear to God. I'm gonna take it. I'm taking the ADHD test to prove to you guys that I don't have ADHD. To prove to you that I don't have ADHD. Alright. Let's see. The ASRS contents. How do I take it? Take the test here. ASRS-5. What the? 2 minutes, 6 questions. That's a lot of reading. Oh, God. 6 questions? That's so much words for 6. That's so much words for 6. It is a screening tool? Oh, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is a lot of fucking reading. It's a lot of reading. Failed already? I did not fail. I have not failed. Question 1. How often do you have difficulty concentrating on what people say to you, even when they are speaking to you directly? Uh-oh. Sometimes. Sometimes. Often? That's not true. Sometimes. Often. Ask Connor. He's busy right now. I would ask him. I'm gonna message him. Connor, do I have difficulty concentrating on what people say to me, even if they are talking to me directly? He's not gonna say yes. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. But it's only sometimes when somebody really needs to talk to me and it's important, I do listen. Sometimes. I'm between sometimes and often. I do pay attention when it's important. I do. You remember everything? No. Yes. Sometimes. That's Roxy. What time is it? It's 8:50. I'm thinking. You already know what she's gonna say. That's not true. Yeah, when I was on a podcast, I listened. Sometimes. It's sometimes. Question 2. How often do you leave your seat in meetings or other situations when you're expected to remain seated? Rarely. I don't really... I don't really do that. I'm kind of in my bed when I'm in meetings. I don't get up all the time. This is a terrible question to ask. I don't doze off in meetings. Sometimes I do browse other things while I'm in a meeting. It depends on the type of meeting. How often? Question 3. Okay, sometimes. How often do you have difficulty unwinding and relaxing when you have time to yourself? Often. Very often. Ugh. My eyeball itches. Question 4. When you're in a conversation, how often do you find yourself finishing the sentences of the people you are talking to before they can finish them themselves? Huh? Finish people's sentences? Sometimes? Yeah, but I never do it out loud. I do it in my head, but not out loud. Like, it's rude to say it out loud. Does it count if it's in my head? It's rude to say it out loud. You don't want to do that. You want to give people a chance to talk and say what they have to say. It doesn't count if it's in my head. I'll put rarely. Question 5. How often do you put things off until the last minute? Very often. But everybody does that. Question 6. How often do you depend on others to keep your life in order and attend to details? Very often. T results. 17. You might have ADHD, but check with the doctor. See? Oh. Uh-oh. Well, I'll take the other one. I'll take the other test. ADHD Quotient Test. Question 150? Never mind. I'm not doing 50 questions. Confirmed. No. I frequently forget where I put my things, like my keys or my phone. What? One thumbs up, two thumbs up? Well, I sometimes, I don't, not really, because I don't go anywhere. I don't go anywhere. So I don't really forget where I put things. They don't really go anywhere. So, no, kinda no. I find it hard to relax or sit quietly for long periods. Hmm. Uh. Um. Kind of. But no. Kind of. I prioritize my tasks and stick to a schedule. No. I can wait for others to finish before jumping in. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, is that like the finishing sentences? I can wait. Yeah, I can do that. Well, no. Sometimes. A lot. Okay. I put one thumb up. One thumb up. One thumb up. I enjoy making detailed plans and following through. Ugh. No. Two thumbs down. Wait, but like, I could plan a concert and I could plan special events. I'm gonna be honest, I'd rather have somebody plan it for me, but I have to plan it myself. Two thumbs down. I struggle to start tasks even when I know they're important. One thumb up. I rarely say things I later regret. That's true. Two thumbs up. I can sit still and no, one thumb up. I can sit still and focus on a lecture meeting without fidgeting. One thumb down. I feel an urge to get up and move during meetings or classes. One thumb down. Okay, wait. Two thumbs down. And then one thumb down. I manage my time well and rarely run late. Oh. 2 thumbs down. I feel comfortable staying still during long tasks or wait. 1 thumb down. I think carefully before saying something in a group. 1 thumb up. I find it hard to keep my space organized like my desk or home. Kind of, but not really. I don't... I have to, though, but... 1 thumb down. I overreact to criticism and minor annoyances. Oh. What's that mean? What's minor annoyances? I think I'm fine. Yeah, but you can't... Like, in normal life, I'm fine. But, like, on stream, that's different. One thumb down. I often lose track of what I'm doing in the middle of a task. Oh. 2 thumb up. Wait. 1 thumb up. No, 2 thumb up. I talk more than others in conversations or group settings. I'm like in the middle. It depends. I like to talk. I find it hard to calm down once I'm angry or excited. 1 thumb up. I find it easy to resist temptations or sudden urges. Oh, 1 thumb down. I can easily let go of frustration or irritation. 1 thumb up. Kind of. It's hard. I'm very neutral. I wish there was a middle button. My emotions don't interfere with my daily tasks. 1 thumb down. No, 1 thumb up. I wish there was a middle. It depends on the type of emotion for me. No, 1 thumb down. I find it hard to focus on conversations when others are speaking. I finish what I start without procrastinating. 2 thumbs down. I can easily concentrate on a task for a long time without drifting off. Oh, 2 thumbs down. Oh, my hand hurts. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm only on question 24. Can we do something else? I enjoy sitting calmly without needing to shift or adjust. I guess. I frequently act on a whim even if it's risky. No. 1 thumb down. I get distracted by background noises or sights when I'm trying to work. 1 thumb up. Planning ahead feels overwhelming and confusing. 1 thumb up. I blurt out answers or comments without it being asked? No. 1 thumb down. I don't do that. I rarely feel overwhelmed by my emotions. 1 thumb down. My my moods can shift suddenly without obvious reason. One thumb down. I struggle to pay attention to details and often make careless mistakes. One thumb down. I usually plan my actions rather than acting spontaneously. No. 2 thumbs down. I rarely miss deadlines because I stay focused on my goals. 2 thumbs down! No, 1 thumb down. I fidget with my hands or feet when I'm sitting for a while. Oh, 2 thumbs up. Small setbacks feel overwhelming to me. Oh, yeah. 2 thumbs up. I handle disappointment without getting too upset. 1 thumb up. I rarely feel the need to tap my fingers or bounce my leg. Thumb down? Thumb down. I struggle to wait my turn in lines or conversation. No. 2 thumbs down. No, 1 thumb down. I can wait patiently without feeling antsy or restless. 1 thumb up. I make decisions quickly without thinking them through. No, I think things through. 1 thumb down. I keep my belongings neat and easy to find. 1 thumb in the middle. It depends on the things. 1 thumb down. Like, my medical stuff is fine, but like my stuff is like... No, that's not true. 1 thumb up. I stay calm and collected even under pressure. 1 thumb down. I get frustrated or upset more quickly than others seem to. No! 1 thumb down. I find it easy to listen to someone without my mind wandering. One thumb down. I often feel restless, like I need to move around constantly. That's not true. I often interrupt others before they finish speaking. They already asked me that question! I often leave projects unfinished or half done. Sometimes, yeah. 1 thumb up. I usually notice small details in instructions or projects. 1 thumb down. I lose track of time and miss appointments or deadlines. 1 thumb up. I prefer slow-paced activities or fast, energetic ones. 2 thumbs down. Finish. Uh-oh. My ADQ is 29. You may experience some traits associated with ADHD. You might notice occasional difficulties with attention, restlessness, impulsivity, emotions, or organization. These could reflect your personality or hint at areas worth exploring further. If these traits affect your life significantly, a professional consultation might offer helpful insights. Yeah, but I have PTSD, so they say that PTSD has a lot of overlap with ADHD. Shakes your hand. Thank you. Yeah, I have PTSD. It's pretty bad. My PTSD is pretty bad. Oftentimes, like, I could go into, like, a panic by something I hear or a smell or something I see. And I have poor memory. There's blocks of my life that I just don't remember. I see. PTSD of what? None of your business. of your business. Now, what the fuck is this Pooh test? Pooh Pathology test. The Pooh test. Which Winnie the Pooh character do you resemble? If a good thing comes my way, I don't feel happy about it. I don't feel I deserve to be happy. You know, if it would have been several years ago, I would have said I agree completely. I would have thought this all the way up to here. But I think through life experience has gone down. I think I'm about here. I feel like sometimes I do feel like I deserve to be happy, but sometimes I feel like I don't deserve it. It's hard. So I'm gonna put... I would put middle, but I think I'm getting to a point where I feel more and more that I think I do deserve it after all this time. I have more moments where I feel like I do than I feel like I don't. So I'm putting it here, but I'm not all the way over here yet. I'm still here. Yeah, I have imposter syndrome. I get imposter syndrome too. I'm kind of like in between these two. It's hard. Why are we tuning on mental health level? Bro, I'm telling you. I feel like sometimes like-minded people just gravitate to like-minded people. You know what I mean? I feel like backseating your answer? Really? What would you backseat my answer with? You definitely deserve happiness after bringing so much happiness to us. It's hard to feel like I do. For a long time, I felt like I didn't. It's gotten better. It's gotten better. That's why I say I'm like on this level here, like in between these two, in between middle to here. It's tough. It's tough. Next question. Do you feel like it has to do with not meeting the people you've helped in person? No, it's just because of things that have happened to me in my life. You know? I don't know. It's hard to explain. I just feel that way. I don't want to feel that way, but I just can't stop myself from feeling that way. Sometimes there are no explanations to the feelings that we have inside of ourselves. It's very common. Sometimes there are just ways that you feel that you just can't explain. Next question. I am quick to act on a whim, thinking little about the negative consequences of my actions. That is not true. I would say I used to be around here, but I have grown older and I've gotten older, and with age comes thinking, I think. So I think more. I think if this would have been like 10 years ago, it would have been pretty bad. I feel like A long time ago, I really didn't give a shit. I didn't really care. I didn't care about myself. I didn't care if I was hurting myself, and I didn't care about my life. Um, but I think it was because of the fact that I was so sick that I was just like, in my brain, I was just like, man, I'm just gonna die anyway, so anything that I do, it doesn't matter. So I was just like really in a mindset where it's like nothing really mattered, and nothing I did mattered, so I really didn't care. Yeah, to me it was just like I'm gonna die, so it doesn't matter. There's no point to life. That was like my thought for a long time. And then now I've I've changed. Now I do think about things and I think about stuff. So I'm gonna say I'm about here. I want to say I'm about there. With disagreed. With disagreed. I am undersensitive to social cues and the prospect of danger. Oh, I highly disagree. I highly disagree. I feel, as a matter of fact, I feel like I'm always in danger. I have a hyper awareness to danger. I feel like my life is always in danger. Why is Pooh here? Listen, it's all about Winnie the Poop, okay? I'm like hyper aware at all times. Yeah, Pooh's here for emotional support. He's our mascot. Winnie the Poop. You can mod repo? Yes, you can. I just finished playing modded repo. Sorry. Uh, diving into my brain. There you go. Next one. I frequently lose things forgetting where I put my stuff. I don't. This is hard for me because I feel like if I were to go out a lot, I would lose my shit. But I don't go anywhere, so I don't really lose anything, and I don't forget anything. But I feel like if I would go out and I would go out and do stuff, I feel like I would forget a lot of stuff. I feel like I'd forget a ton of stuff. I'm gonna I'm gonna say I think I'm gonna keep it in the middle. I think I might just keep it in the middle. I think I might keep it in the middle. Maybe. I'm gonna keep it in the middle. Cause I feel like I have a I feel like I could have a tendency to do that. But because of the fact that I don't do anything, I don't really go anywhere, I don't have the opportunity to do it, so I can't really tell. I take things too literally so that I often miss the intention behind what people are trying to say. I don't feel like that's true. I disagree. I would say, yeah, I disagree. I feel like I can pretty much tell what people are trying to say to me. So I don't have an issue with that. You love the colors on me? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know. Question 6. My thoughts jump from topic to topic with little consistency or control. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Well. Agree. Roro. It's called being creative. It's called being creative. Computer, shut up! Shut up, computer. I finished my work and chores before tending to hobbies and fun. Oh. Disagree. I won't put a hard disagree because I feel like, you know, I have to do stuff, but yeah, fun first. But here's the problem. The problem is that my job is fun. My work is fun. So it's like, it's hard to tell because my work is fun. So it's like, my work is my hobby. So I'll put here. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't do chores. I don't do chores. I don't do chores. I'm a grown-ass woman. My mom does my chores. That's not true. I started doing some of my chores. But my mom does a lot of my chores. I'm trying to do more chores for me. But it's kind of hard. Is getting snacks a chore? Chore. A snack chore. Chore snack. Yeah, like I can clean my desk. That's the chore that I do. Take care of chat. That's a chore. That's true. Taking care of chat. That's a chore. That's a good chore. It's a fun chore. I'm just kidding. You guys are not a chore. But I gotta babysit you guys sometimes. You know what I mean? Question 8. People think I say strange things in my mind. I am sure they talk about me behind my back, picking apart every little thing I said or did. Huh? In my mind, I'm sure they talk about me behind my back, picking apart every little thing I said or did. I'm gonna be honest, if people do, I really don't give a shit. I don't really care. I really don't care. I don't care about shit like that anymore. If they pick apart what I said, I mean, they could ask me directly and ask me what I mean. Just be direct with me. If they don't want to ask me directly to know what I said, then, well, whatever. That's their problem. I used to care. I used to care about stuff like that all the time. I used to care about stuff like that a lot. I think for me, it's more like I care about my friends. Like, it's not that I care if they talk about me behind my back. It's that I would care if, like, they wouldn't come to me and, like, ask me about it. That's what I would care about. But I wouldn't care. I feel like, I don't know. I just don't really care about stuff like that. But I feel like my close friends, if they had an issue with what I said, they would approach me and they would talk to me about it. So, you know? It's like, if me and Connor have, like, a disagreement, we'll talk about it first thing and we'll settle the disagreement. Like, immediately. And I'll tell you that, like, rarely ever happens. It's so rare that we ever have a disagreement about something. But I think people do think I say strange things, but I don't see it like a negative thing. I think people just think I'm weird and funny. I think. I don't know. I just really don't care. So I don't know how to answer this question. Like, maybe they do, but why is that my problem? You know what I mean? I think that's what I feel. I feel like maybe they do, but well, I don't see how that's my problem. And if they have an issue, they could ask me about it. This question doesn't really... I don't understand how to answer this. I'll just keep it in the middle, I guess. It's more about if you worry about them thinking things. I mean... Here's the thing. What's the point about worrying about stuff like that? It just wastes time and energy to worry. And it's like... If they're your friends, they'll talk to you about it. You know? I'll put disagree. If they're your friends, they should talk to you about it. And you know, sometimes I feel like, yeah, maybe they will be afraid to talk to you about it, but, you know, I'm sure they'll come around one day, maybe. I don't know. It's hard. Friendships are difficult sometimes, you know what I mean? Friendling can be hard. But I feel like when you get older, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking on my ass. I had a friend literally leave a group over something that was said in the chat without even talking to us about it. What a weird way to... You see, it's funny. I had something like this, a conversation like this come up where it was like... I was talking to a friend, and a friend of mine was thinking about walking away from a relationship. You know, something like that. They were walking away from a relationship, but they were just gonna walk away from it. And I'm like, well, if it was me, I can't just walk away from something without talking about it and asking and seeing if we could overcome the problem. But that's just me. I mean, if it can't be overcome and there's no solution to the issue and things can't change, then I think it's okay to walk away. But without even trying. But I feel like those situations like that, they vary and it depends on the type of situation. Because sometimes if you're in a dangerous situation, you just have to walk away. You know what I mean? If it's like a dangerous situation, you don't really have much of a choice. You have to walk away. But if it's not a dangerous situation, then I think discussing things and seeing if you can work things out is important. I am the danger. Sounds like a situationship. Well, those situationships exist too, you know. I sometimes think that I have powers that other people would not be able to understand, huh? Toonie? What? What the? Am I 12? I don't think that at all. What the fuck? Toonie! That's the Toonie question. Question 10. I'm often told that I am a very correct and respected person. What does correct person mean? What that mean? That I'm always right? What does always being right and being a respected person have to do with each other? I feel like those two things are not mutually exclusive. That's such a strange question. Polite and proper? I disagree, I think. I feel like I disagree. I don't think I'm proper. I don't think I'm prim and proper. Do you feel like Galinda? I don't think so. I think I'm more of an Ophable, but aesthetically I'm more of a Galinda. And like, personality-wise in terms of being a psychopath. But not like being like prim and proper, you know? I feel like people respect you. I mean, maybe I'll put it in the middle, I guess. I'll just put it in the middle. I don't feel like I'm prim and proper, though. I guess. In the middle. When things get too boring, I feel compelled to start adding a little color to the situation to get the party started. Sometimes. But a lot of my friends I feel like are extroverts, so I really don't have to do such a thing. Things rarely ever get boring. Wait, is this in a negative connotation? Do they mean... Wait, stir the pot? Like, negative? If it's negative, no. I feel like things are never boring, though. It's asking if you're a shit disturber? Is that what this means? I'm not a shit stirrer. I don't stir pots. I'll just leave it in the middle. This is such a vague question. I am constantly daydreaming. No. I disagree. I am not. I feel like years ago it was all the way back here. But now it's like I think maybe it's in the middle. I feel like I do sometimes, but not all the time. I think now, like, I do kind of daydream. No, you know what? No. I'm gonna put disagree. I'm not gonna put it in the middle. I'm gonna put it more towards the disagree than the agree. These questions are shit. I feel better about making big decisions if I get others to suggest a course of action and then follow that. I feel better about making big decisions if I get others to suggest a course of action and then follow that? Is this like asking for advice? I feel like I'm in the middle. Sometimes I ask people for advice, but not all the time. But I usually don't tell people, oh, tell me what to do. When it's like something important. See, put up the poll. I mean in like life decisions, not like, oh, what game should we play? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like in important life decisions, I don't usually do that, but it's hard to... It's hard to... Hmm. I'll just put it in the middle, I think. I'll leave it in the middle. The thought of having no one in my corner to look out for me makes me seriously afraid. The thought of having no one in my corner to look out for me makes me afraid. Not really. Not really, because I feel like... I disagree. I feel... My thought process is, if I have somebody in my corner, it makes me happy. And it makes me more feel secure and happy. But if I didn't have anybody, I'd be okay. Because I know what it's like to feel alone. And I know what it's like to feel like you have nobody in your corner at all. And like, it was scary, but now that I went through it, I'm like, I'm okay. I could do it again if I have to. You know? If the worst comes to worst, I could do that again and I'll be okay. So, I'm not afraid of being all alone again. It will be sad, but I'm not afraid of being alone again. So I'm not... I disagree. Damn, why the right? Why the BGM like switch? What the fuck? You won't be alone never ever. Ari! I love you, Ari. I'm gonna cry. What the fuck? I just know what it's like to be alone, and I'm okay. I'm okay with being alone. It'll be sad, but if I have to do it alone, I'll be okay. I love you too, Ari. Ugh. I've been through stuff you would never believe, chat. You would never believe. You would never believe. And a lot of it I can't talk about it on stream. Take my fucking kisses! There are things that I've been through where it's like, I'm at a point in my life where it's like, I can't talk about certain things, and I don't think I'll ever be able to talk about certain things that have happened to me because it triggers such a strong emotional response in me that I can't. I have to lock it away. And that's okay. I don't think I'll ever be able to talk about stuff that are deeply, extremely personal to me, ever again. And that's fine. And it's because there are things that if I recall them, I'll feel like I'm back in that moment, and it will trigger a horrific response from me. And that's fine. Yeah, it's pretty bad PTSD. There are like certain medical things that have happened to me that it's like I just don't want to think about it, and I just want to forget things. I just want to forget things, you know? Wait, what happened? Nothing happened! Number 15! Just don't forget us. I won't forget. I'll never forget. I think, like, out of everything in my life, I'll never forget these years of, like, streaming and hanging out with chat and just being here. That's something I'll never forget. I feel like I could get Alzheimer's or dementia and I'll never forget it. I'll probably be an old lady, be like, thinking I'm still streaming. I don't feel that things are under control unless I'm in charge. I disagree. I disagree. I'm almost never happy, and I can't really think of anything that would make me happy. I disagree. I'm very happy. But there are times when I'm very sad. I have a lot of I think what people don't understand. I'm a generally happy person. But I think deep down inside of me, like a lot of happy people, we have extreme sadness inside of us, and I do have extreme sadness inside of me. But I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy. But deep inside of me, there's a collection of extreme sadness inside of me that's just deep, and I just think it's just a sadness that will never go away. But I don't really like, it doesn't come out often. You know? But when it does... But I'm talking like... Because there was a part... There was like a moment in my life where it was just like... I could literally tell you that I would cry every day. I think there were several years of my life where... No joke, I would cry every day. Every day I would cry. Alone. But that's fine. That doesn't really happen anymore, so I'm fine. So I disagree. But it's because of that. It's because of those moments that I went through of extreme, like, horrible sadness and loneliness that I could say without a doubt that I know what it's like, and I'm happy and I'm okay. You know? I am happy and I am okay. However, there is a little orb of sadness in me that's hidden deep away. Yeah, it's like a little pearl. It's like a little orb. A little orby. Crusty orb! No! Not my orb! I think it's important for me to remember that orb exists, because whenever I feel that orb come up and I feel that sadness come up and I start feeling sad, I just start thinking about how far I've come and how much I've been through and how much my life has changed, to remind myself why I should just remind myself, look at all the stuff that I have that makes me happy and that makes me happy to be here. Little orb of caca! Leave my caca orb alone. Leave my caca orb alone. I'm gonna put this here, right here. I think I'm gonna put it not all the way. I'm like between these two. put it here, because I feel like the orb is getting smaller, but it's still there. Number 17. Can you think of something that would make you happy? Streaming makes me happy. Being able to sing makes me happy. Chat makes me happy. Hanging out with Connor makes me happy. Hanging out with friends makes me happy. There's many things. But you said we were a chore. I love my chat chore. Well, sometimes you guys are bad. Sometimes you guys are bad. From the dentist, I'm about to go under, but I just want to say you're so pog and wonderful and deserve all the happy. Oh, Lazy, you're so sweet. Have a good time at the dentist. Enjoy that nitrous. Is this live? No. 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 My thoughts have a tendency to run in strange loops and dwell on weird themes, and I wish I could get rid of this. Sometimes. But not all the time. I feel like I've gotten better though, so I'm gonna disagree. I am uncomfortable around strangers and sometimes fantasize that they will hurt me. Fantasize? That's crazy. I disagree. It depends. I disagree. That's a weird wording of a question. I frequently have problems staying with the task at hand. Agree! When I feel overwhelmed by my senses, I have to isolate myself to shut them down. What does that mean? What does that mean? Overwhelmed by senses? Oh, like stimulation? Overload? Sensory overload? I'll put it in the middle, because sometimes yes, sometimes no. Actually, I kind of disagree. I do have panic attacks. I'll put it in the middle. I'll put it in the middle. I don't have to do this often. But I do disassociate from time to time. It depends on the situation. Oh, and you're overwhelmed. I guess it's kind of true. I'll put it in the middle still. I take care to spend my money wisely so that I can handle an unforeseen situation. I feel like I'm gonna put it in the middle. Because I feel like I do to a certain extent, but also I love cinnamon roll, so... But I also, like, I don't splurge on crazy shit, but I feel like it's because I don't really go out or do anything, so it's like... I feel like if I were to go out and do stuff, would I? You know what I mean? It's a question that I ask myself. I'm like, if I were, would I? Would I? And I don't know. Even when things are going fine for me, I'm anxious that it won't last. Oh, yes, absolutely agree. I always feel like something horrible is gonna happen. But I feel like that's the Latina in me. It's the way I was raised to always expect the worst at all times, at every moment. You splurge for your models? I don't see splurging on models as splurging because my models are for my job. I don't wear my models when I'm not streaming. So to me, it's not splurging. It's a business expense. It's true. It's the truth. If you work somewhere and you need to buy a suit, is it splurging that you have to buy a suit? I'm not saying that. Listen. I mean, can you imagine if I had the same model for 8 years? There's nothing wrong with that. I think if you want to do that, that's fine. But it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know? I want to support artists. I want to give Ironmouse life, you know? And I think having wardrobe, having outfit changes, and having art style changes, it's like different eras of my life, you know? Yeah, a walking museum. It's like talking to a musical artist and be like, why do you dye your hair and change your wardrobe every time you release a new album? It's like, what? Why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's an investment in myself. You know? And it's not for everyone, you know? But at this point it's like I don't spend money on trips. I don't spend money on cars. I don't spend money on extravagant purses or outfits. I don't really buy things other than stuff for stream. Unless it's cinnamon roll. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I really do buy. And then I pay bills. Most of the time I'm just buying stuff for my family. I spoil the fuck out of them. I spoil my family a lot. A lot. So to me, it's like, my treat is new model. I often think that interactions with other people are just more trouble than they're worth. I disagree. I feel like it's important to interact with people, but only if you feel comfortable with interacting with them. If you feel comfortable and you want to, do it. If you don't want to and you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. sometimes people smile at me in the street and I don't really know why. I don't ever go out in the street. So I don't know. Would people smile at me in the street? I don't know. I'm gonna leave it in the middle because I don't know. Are you guys smiling at me now? Are you smiling at me? I don't know why. I'll just leave it in the middle. I don't know why they're smiling at me. I seem to have so much energy that I can sometimes be exhausting or annoying to others. Oh. I feel like I can. I feel like I can be exhausting. But I feel like even if I am exhausting or annoying to other people, why do I give a shit? To me, it's just like, well, if they have an issue with me, they can just tell me. Why is that my problem? Why is that my problem? That's not my problem. I can't stop being who I am. You know what I mean? I don't know. So to me, it's like, maybe I am, but I really don't care. I guess. I'll just leave it in the middle, because I'm just like, whatever. Why is that my problem? I'm not gonna stop being who I am. Where's Connor when we need him? I don't think Connor finds me annoying. Because if he did, we wouldn't be friends. Still. To this day. If he found me exhausting and annoying, we wouldn't be friends. And we wouldn't talk every day. So I don't think that's the case. You know? But I feel like there's always gonna be something that you do that might annoy somebody or make you tired. Because it happens. It happens with everybody. And I think the important thing is if something does happen, talk about it. And express your feelings. Communicate. And if you ever in your life ever feel like somebody is annoying you or they feel exhausting to you to the point where it makes you very upset and you want to do something that you'd regret, like hurt somebody, you need to take a break. You need to take a break and you need to step away. Always. Take a break. Even if the other person doesn't want a break, you gotta take a break. You gotta take a break, bro. Gotta tell them, you know? I'm gonna put it in the middle. I always make sure that my work is well planned and well structured. I disagree. I disagree. I disagree. People sometimes tell me I give unrelated answers to their questions. I disagree. That's not true. I don't like to, I don't like to beat around the bush when it comes to serious stuff. When it comes to like joking around and stuff, I don't mind fucking around, but like if it's like serious stuff, I try to be as precise and as good, like as I don't know, accurate, I don't know how you would say, direct, yeah. As direct as I can. Sometimes you might even say things that might hurt another person and hurt their feelings. But you know, at the end of the day, I think about it this way. If I have a friend and they really care about me and they tell me the truth and the truth makes me upset, then that's a good friend. Because a friend will tell you the truth. Even if it hurts your feelings. And you guys might not be okay with each other at the moment, but in the end, in the future, hopefully they'll be able to understand, you know? So true, only true friends will say you smell like caca. You smell like caca! I've been sad most of my life. Agreed. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard because, like, I'm not sad now, but I spent so much of my life sad that it's kind of true. Maybe I'll put it in the middle because I feel like I've had a good 8 years of not being sad, but I've had many years of being sad. You have an alright voice? Well, thanks. Yeah, even as a kid, like, I was just a sad goyle. I think I'm gonna put it in the middle though. I'm kind of 50-50, I think. Sad gargoyle. I'm a sad gargoyle. I'm a sad gargoyle. When I'm alone, I sometimes feel as if there is something or someone watching me. I disagree, however. I used to not feel this way. I used to feel like it was true, like there was somebody watching me. But I don't feel like this anymore. I always feel like somebody's watching me. And I got no privacy. Oh. Disagree. Sarcasm and tone of voice are often lost to me. Disagree. I can get sarcasm and tone. I'm not good with text though. Text messaging, like texting and stuff, like typing. That's the thing that confuses me sometimes because I'm like, man, what did they mean by that? That's why I'd rather like chat on voice when we're trying to solve problems and type it in like a DM. I'm always worried about one thing or another. Agreed. I'm Latina. I worry about everything. I'm always worrying about something. If I could get a degree in worrying, I would. I learned from the best, my mom. It's true. I talk more and I think faster than others. Okay. I talk a lot, but I don't know if I think faster than other people. So I want to say agreed, but I don't know. I kind of agree. When I start feeling down, it's as if I keep sinking until I've hit rock bottom. Oh. I used to feel like that. I used to feel like I'll keep sinking, but I disagree now. I feel like I've learned how to slowly lift myself up and not feel like I'm hitting rock bottom. I used to do that a lot. I used to spiral a lot, but now I feel like I've learned more about myself, and I'm a bit better equipped with dealing with stuff that I don't spiral. However, there are things that I just can't deal with, that I feel like if I do deal with them, it will make me spiral, which is why I don't deal with them at all. And I just push them inside and tuck them away and don't think about it. So, disagree in the middle? I think? Kinda disagree. Just don't deal with it. Somebody will probably say, that's not healthy, you have to deal with all your problems. Well, you know what? For my mental health, I'm not gonna deal with all my problems. And maybe I might never deal with all my problems, and that's fine. For my mental health. I'm better at running away from my problems. I mean, guys, come on. I'm streaming 13 hours. Can you not tell that I'm running away from shit? Jesus. Hello? Oh my god, I'm 63% Piglet and 57% Pooh and 57% Tigger. So ADD, anxiety, and ADHD, I'm gonna jump off a bridge. Oh boy. I'm so cooked. Oh my god, me too. ADHD and anxiety. Yeah, but I have PTSD, so this makes so much sense. I have ADHD. I don't have ADHD. I have PTSD, so it makes sense that a test would think I have ADHD. Wait, why is Christopher Robin schizophrenia? Oh my god, what? Is it because he imagined all these characters? Oh my god, that's fucked up. Oh my god, stop. Because he talks to animals, stop it. I'm 30% Christopher Robin and 30% ER, what the fuck? Well, I'm 17% Rue. I don't have autism, so that's a fact. I just have high anxiety. Only a little autism. Aw, man. Oh, boy. Fact check that. A little autism as a treat. Just a little treat. Just a little smidge. A little nibble. Oh, man. And then I have OCD, rabbit OCD. Oh, God. What the fuck? 37% OCD? Oh, boy. Interesting. Piglet is generalized anxiety disorder. Oh, my God. Dear God. Am I okay? Chat? Chat, am I okay? Chat, am I okay? Rabbit OCD part is super scuffed. I feel like this test is kind of scuffed. I've learned a lot about myself today.
The anxiety is understandable. That's quite common to develop in cases of undiagnosed ADHD kappa.
Happy Tuesday! Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You're not okay and that's okay? That's true. I'm not okay and that's okay. It's okay to not be okay. Ligma? Ligma balls. Careful, chat. Streamer might start barking. What the fuck? Y'all roast me so much. What the fuck? That's so messed up, bro. That's so messed up. That's so messed up. That's so messed up. I'm sick of it. Sick of it, bro. Sick of it. I'm sick of it. Someone's gotta keep you a little humble. Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck, Tayo? It's messed up. It's messed up, chat. I went to sleep last night and I woke up and you're still live? It's true. I am live. What's it to you? What's it to you? Hmm? What's it to you? I'm the girl who's live. Chat. You need sleep much? I do need to sleep. That is true. However, I wanted to tell you. We did the testing today. I have these 2 games that I really want to play. We are going to be playing we didn't get to play Death Stranding today, but hopefully we could play it tomorrow. However, there are 2 games that I want to play before we play Death Stranding. One is Zombpiercer, which is the zombie train game that I was telling you about. I really want to play the damn zombie train game. The zombie train game. I really want to play that damn game. Okay. You're gonna get sticky with all that candy in your hair. Zombpiercer 2. There's this game that came out that I kinda want to play it. I wonder if we could. I think we could play it on Twitch. I think there's a category for it. Let me double check. There is! We can play it on Twitch. The other game that I want to play is called Schedule 1, which came out yesterday. It's called Schedule 1. It's it looks like so much fun. You're basically a drug dealer. You have to sell drugs. So I really want to play that game. So the 2 games I want to play, hopefully tomorrow, is Zompiercer and Schedule 1, which is the drug dealer game that I really want to play. What's the one they were talking about? Look Outside? Look Outside. Oh! Oh, I had this on my wish list. I'll add it. Add it to my cart. Schedule 1 sounds super lit. Yay.
Mousy, drugs are bad, McKay.
They are bad, but it's a good thing we're selling fake drugs in a video game. So yeah, I really want to play Schedule 1, and I really, really want to play Zompiercer. And then I have a few horror games that I have. But in time. But also, I don't think we're gonna do it tomorrow. I think it's gonna be on Wednesday. We're playing Roblox with Heavenly, and I invited everybody in the collab earlier, in the Repo collab earlier that we had with Zen and Froggy and Ari and stuff. So if they want to join us, they can join us. But we're gonna be playing Roblox with friends on Wednesday. So I think on Thursday we're gonna do fan art and cosplay on Thursday. Fan art and cosplay on Thursday, and then I want to do a repo collab this weekend, but it's gonna be crowd control repo. So I have to warn people ahead of time that it's crowd control repo. Yes, crowd control repo. Crowd control repo. And then I gotta message a few people to see when we could do the advice stream that we were gonna do and the confession stream. Hopefully sometime this week we could do both. If not, we'll do one this week and then the other one next week. Everybody's pretty busy. But also, don't forget, I'll be tweeting it later. Don't forget, guys, April 2nd. We are doing a TTRPG charity adventure supporting the Immune Deficiency Foundation because April is the beginning of Primary Immune Deficiency Awareness Month. And we will be joined by Matt Mercer, and Connor's joining us, and we have special mystery guests joining us. So we'll be playing D&D on April 2nd. So it should be a very, very fun multiple mystery guests. Yes, Matt will not be DMing. Matt will be a character, and he will be playing a character with us. So we're all going to sit down and have a great time. It's going to be at 12 p.m. PST. So at 3 p.m. EST, we'll be there. Will we resubmit the confessions? Mine aren't even true. Wait a minute, what do you mean your confessions aren't true? Did you make your confession up? What do you mean they aren't true anymore? What do you mean they aren't true? Did you lie to me? Did you lie to me? Did you lie to me? Nah.
Are you considering doing another fashion review? If so, would you like help? I host Fashion Friday every week and would love to look at pretty things together.
Oh,
3.
maybe. I'll see when I have time to do another fashion review again. Bro, April's gonna be a crazy month. We got Cyclothon coming. That's gonna take up my time for like 2 weeks. Cyclothon. April is your 40th birthday. Happy 40th birthday! Get off. Eat caca. Yeah, we gotta support Connor. We'll also be doing something special with Connor for Cyclothon, so stay tuned and watch because we're gonna be doing some fun stuff. I think there will be one day of Cyclothon where I will be doing something else because I think we're still trying to see if we could go to the Star Wars convention with Jessica. So we're trying to make the Star Wars convention happen. We're trying to make it happen, so we'll see. So I'm excited, we'll see. Yeah, Jessica's gonna be in Japan for the Star Wars convention. Going as Darth Vader? So we have that, and then there's another event happening in April, but I forgot what it is. There's another event happening in April, but I forgot what it is. I forgot, bros. I forgot. Oh, no, we're not doing Bloodborne in April. We're doing the Bloodborne Marathon will be in May. The Bloodborne Marathon will be in May. May. It's gonna be in May. So, for those of you that want to know, in May, we'll be doing a Bloodborne Marathon. I will not be ending stream until I beat Bloodborne. I'm gonna play it on my special PlayStation. On my special PlayStation. That's pretty special. Yeah, that's a pretty special PlayStation. You know? Very cool. This is my special super duper PlayStation. Shut up! Stop asking questions! Shut up! The 4K 60 FPS station? Yeah, what are you, a cop? What are you, a fucking cop, huh? You miss your PS1? Shit, we got cops in here? Stop, you have violated the law. What say you in your defense? What the Oh my god, I have this nasty... Oh. I have a really bad sore. I have a sore on my ear. I have a sore on my ear. It hurts. Got some reports. Excuse me, police officer, sit down. I have a sore on my ear from, you know, like when you have a nasal cannula? Nasal cannula. Nasal cannula. Why does this guy look like this? Let me see. Let me get a good picture. Let me get a good picture. Perfect. That's not perfect. We'll use this picture. JPEG? Who uses JPEGs anymore? Who uses JPEGs anymore? This is a nasal cannula. When you are on oxygen, you put it on your face. And it goes up your nose. And it gives you oxygen. So I wear this on my face. Okay? So I have a sore in this area here where the ear is. You know when it folds over your ear? I have a sore where it folds over my ear. It hurts so bad. The plastic, it rubs against the skin. They sound okay. It rubs against the skin. I have to put a band-aid on. It's very similar to when you wear your glasses for a long time. Is it? You get a sore when you wear glasses for a long time? Yeah, but now like the skin like opened a little bit. It hurts. Ow. I feel like my skin is getting fragile. Maybe it's just me. I think it's like medications that I'm on have made my skin fragile. Somewhat, kind of. Cause like I bruise really easily now. Friction. The reason why it's rubbing a lot, and I'll tell you why, because I used to be in bed all the time, but now I'm not in bed all the time, and I go out and about and I walk around and I walk around and I walk around and it rubs around and it rubs around, you know? So that's why now I get sore on my ear. It's rubbing on my ear. God damn it. My mammy. My mammy. My mammy. Character development. Would a headband help your ear? Maybe. Maybe I should put headband on. Okay. Guys, I didn't want to go to bed. I've been live for 13 hours. Ugh. I've been live 13 hours. Tomorrow we'll play more games and we'll have fun. And by tomorrow I mean tonight, because I'll be back tonight. Again! 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 Is that the Minecraft music? Again! Alright, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for spending 13 hours of your day with me. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for always accepting me for who I am and for loving me, and I appreciate all
Look
of
up
you.
a nasal pillow's CPAP mask. You might be able to jury-rig your cannula into a set of those and not have the headgear touch your ears.
Nasal pillow! Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Strakillas. Thank you so much, guys. Remember, without you, there would be no stream, so thanks for being here. And I'll be back today. Later today, I'm gonna go straight to bed. Let's raid Kuro. I would like you guys to pressure him into playing Repo Company. Repo Company. Repo Company! A mashup of Repo and Lethal Company. Repo Company! Oh, that would be the perfect game. I would cry. I would cry. Repo Company. Get on that. I'm just kidding. Pressure him into playing Repo with me. With us. Tell him. Mutters, get on that shit. Sorry for playing Repo all day. But it's a fun game, and if my friends invite me, I'm not gonna say no, you know? But I'm glad you guys had fun. I had a blast too. We'll play more games tomorrow. I'm really happy that Zen invited me. Zen invited me to play today, and I was very, very happy. Thank you, guys. I love you. I'll see you guys later today. Bye-bye. Good night.